I trust, we trust, and they trust. But do you trust this crypto project under the letters UTK? It seems to me when everybody else are going down, Utrust is going up 12% today. Not bad. But it also seems to me that we are doing the price prediction for 2021 with the usual technical analysis and the scan of the crypto market and the top coins. So, without further ado, let's get the ball rolling. Now, if you want to become a part of our crypto pack and subscribe to the channel, do that. It is completely free. If you want to tip the dinosaur, it's not completely free, it's up to you. Check out the description for where and how. And if you just want to watch a video about Utrust and friends, do it. Still extreme greed on the fear grid index, but starting to cool off. We are at 78 on the market sentiment. The extreme greed is now taking a long time. Last month, last week, last day. But as you can see in the trend, the cooling off period has begun. It's a good thing. For us to propel prices of Bitcoin and friends even higher, we need to cool off momentarily. Then in the long term, again, go extremely greedy. That's how the game works. What's happening in the top coins? Let's check that out. Red day again, and that's why I said that Utrust is moving up while the others, the big ones, are going down. I think this is just a part of that big retracement that we were waiting for. Massive moves to the downside we experienced in the last few days, so this is nothing big. Yesterday I told you that bounce to the upside was probably a dead cat bounce, and we are still not ready for new all-time highs. The big two, Bitcoin and Ethereum, are down 7.3% and 8.13%. They are leading the markets in this downward trajectory. We will keep a close eye on the leaders and the whole crypto space. But overall, I think we are entering a mild correction. We already entered mild correction, but don't confuse the correction of Bitcoin and Ethereum and other altcoins. Those are two separate things. Bitcoin is on the one side, and the altcoin season, which could be starting very soon, is another one. You know that a few days ago we had that massive surge mid altcoins, and that probably was the beginning of the massive moves that will come in the following weeks. But now I want to talk about Utrust versus American dollar and make that price prediction for this year. Stick around. On the screen, you are seeing all of the price action of Utrust versus American dollar from its inception. And unfortunately, that inception was right around the big bubble of 2017. So the coin was born as a seed and went straight into the bear market. What a tough childhood. Don't you worry. Because of these things, the coin will be even stronger in the future. We are on the weekly chart, if I haven't mentioned. So every candle on the screen is presenting 1 week. Looking at this chart, in an instant, one line is coming out, and I think we are talking about the major line that is dividing the chart. I'm talking about this line of support and resistance, and I'm talking about the line at 9 cents. That is dividing bear and the bull. Here you can see the support. After that, after the break-in of the price in the summer of 2018, we can say that Utrust entered the real bear market. 1 year later, in 2019, the Utrust tried to get out, but bear market was still too strong. But not only that, after that attempt, to escape from its prison, it only began its extreme and the truest bear market. We can say that only after this break above, Utrust started to live. Now, as you can see, we are using that line as a support. And really, I don't believe that Utrust will ever go below this level of 9 cents. It really did its time. And it's time, all of this pretty severe bear market. I like to point this bear to put him in his den. Well, it lasted from the summer of 2018 till the summer of 2020. So 2 years, Utrust lived in the bear market, and just half a year ago recovered and is right now posing for a bull market and the real moves to the upside. Now, if we erase all this and plot the 20-week moving average, you can see that we are above it and that the price is currently in a bullish setup, awaiting probably that altcoin season, but still with no conviction because we didn't find a clear support in the 20 period, but going up and down, up and down, up and down. After this huge move from the lowest point, we are in a kind of no-fly zone, preparing for a bullish setup, but with no conviction. Now, the more I watch this chart of Utrust, the more I have the urge to show you something that is probably developing on this chart. I'm talking about this. If we use all of the points on the chart, this high, this low, this high, this low, again this high, I'm seeing something huge developing. Can you guess what it is? How about this massive, tilted, inverse head and shoulders, a sign of a bullish reversal? Now, you do let me know. Do you think that this is just my imagination, or I do have some technical proof for this? This is what my eyes are seeing right now, and this could be playing for the Utrust in the future. A huge pattern that's forming right from the beginning of this coin, and something that could propel Utrust to the new highs, even taking out the highs of the 2018. I'll keep a close eye on this. If this pattern play out, it certainly is a powerful one. And now let's make that price prediction, because I know you're eagerly awaiting for the levels that I'm about to share with you. Of course, for this kind of predictions, we need to call our good friend Professor Fibonacci. First of all, we will use a Fib extension. We'll take the lows of March, the highs of August, and the October low for this impulse move to the upside, just to see where it is heading. Just a quick side note, I am using the log chart, but using the Fibonacci on a linear basis, because it's giving me far better values. In some of our videos, we used the log Fibonacci, and in my opinion, the linear one is far more correct. Let me know in the comments, do you agree with me? Or do you use Fibonacci in other ways? As we said, let's do this extension. Point 1, touched. Point 2, touched. And point 3, touched. What did we get? The extensions. Well, all of these extensions. And this is what we're interested in, because all those levels of support and resistance will be met in the future. And we can say that this is the road to the all-time highs. I'm seeing this level of 423.6% and around $1.07 surely to be met very soon if the altcoin season ignites, okay? And we can make this a zone, right? No need for one line, just a zone that we will reach, the zone above the $1. That, by this Fibonacci extension, will be met. Is this the final destination of Utrust? Absolutely not. We are going much more higher. This is just, as I said, one pit stop, because our first mission is not impossible. It is a possible mission, but we need to get firstly to the all-time highs to talk about something else. And something else in the year 2021 could be the next thing. Erase this and use reverse Fibonacci. For that, I will use the highest point ever in Utrust, the bubble, and the lowest point in the March of last year. Now connect those two dots. So what did we get? For this prediction, those levels doesn't concern us. What does concern us are levels beyond it. Let's remove the chart a little bit lower. Like this, travel into the future. And here is the levels that we want to talk about. In this 2021, we are currently standing at 20 cents. But what is possible is something that might blow your mind now. The extension of 423.6%. This zone, if Utrust decides to take a bullish setup, to do everything that I just stated in this video, we are talking about $6. This is not a guarantee, but this is something that if things go in the right direction, Utrust could do it. Remember, altcoin season is something fierce, something unpredictable, and something that could give you gains that you never thought about. You have some kind of a proof on the screen, right? Extension of 423.6% is showing me the levels around $6. So let's just keep a close eye on the developments in Utrust space. If the coin decides to make a bullish scenario, $6, here we come in 2021. But are those likes coming in 2021? I hope they are. I hope I'm seeing those thumbs up. They kinda helping me grow. If you are interested in other coins that I covered and are not pretty satisfied with this analysis, maybe something that I'm suggesting at you right now could intrigue your mind. Without further ado, fly to the sky.